Well, hello everybody, Foxy Games here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. When we last left off, we learned a pretty disturbing truth that good King Moggle has come back to Gridania. And where do I have to go? The Conjurer's Guild. So we need to figure out why he's returned, and why the Moogles have summoned him. Because good King Moggle isn't just King of the Moogles. He's apparently also a primal. And that's not a good thing. I mean, Moogles are one of the more agreeable races in Final Fantasy, but they're also very quirky. Imagine a super-powered Moogle. So we need to come in here and speak with Asumi Yan and see what he has to say. Welcome, Foxy, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Moggle the 12th is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you're ready to seek the king. Well, I mean, I'm ready to find him now. You have selected Regicide. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago when first the King was summoned to Eorzea. Oh, so he was in 1.0. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Kop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggles Guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry into the King's sanctum. Alas, I have been able to do so, and dare not labor any longer for fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Kop's keystones, Foxy. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at Wet Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Oh look. A gold farmer with a last name of Ask Your Mom. Well, can't report him, at least not through the menu. Oh, there's a quest over here that we need to get as well. One night in Amdapor, we can unlock Amdapor Keep. It is well that you are here, Foxy. Some burdens are too heavy to bear even for those so favored to abide. Know that you were chosen as much for your true heart as your skill. I speak to you in the name of the 3 Seed Seers. The eldest, Kane Senna, you will already know as the guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. It is the younger of the pair, Arun Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity, and what he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings have been, we have traced to the lost city of Amdapor in South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th Astral Era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the Twelveswood has been out of balance since the calamity, so riotous has its impact become that the sealed was severely weakened. When this happened, the forests surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now, I must confess that this is a task for the Twin Adder, normally, but we do not live in normal times, Foxy. The company is spread thin, and you are stout with success. Will you not assist? It is well you assent, for the need is great. Now go to Seedseer Raya Osena at Camp Tranquil and listen well to what she says of her brother's divination. Yep, we're gonna stick that in our back pocket for another time. For now, we need to go to find Kuplo Kop, who is out here in by the Lancers Guild. Ah, there's our Moogle friend. Won't you tell us where these wards are? So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Okay, gotta talk to the ferryman here. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. Okay, let's go. Oh, here's some Moogles. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Mikote? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kins, Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough! Kuplo Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, and as will all who defy the will of good King Mogomog XII. May he reign forevermore, Kupo! The king is planning to purge the Twelveswood of all his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. Well, it's not like Moogles to purge. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Oh, well, that'll be nice and easy. Let's go, Kuplo Kop. Are you gonna follow? Yeah, he's following. You sense a hostile presence, Kupo. Don't worry, Kuplo Kop. I'm a tank. It's kind of my job to defend. Where is it? Oh, they're ahead. Malevolent squirrels! Oh no. Kill them. More? Any on that side? No. It's a Galago. And it's angry. The volume seems very low. There we go. More! Get out of that AoE, Kuplo. You dumb motherfucker. Alright, I think we've gotten most of them. These trees should leave us alone. Oh good, it's a Morble. Oh no, there's more. Dead. My Chocobo took the full brunt of that bad breath. Wait here, we're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an Aetheryte, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Thorn March. We go to face good King Moggle the 12th. May he rest easy in his soon-to-be slumber. By the way, this boss is amazing. It's funny, it has great music. You guys, I hope you enjoy it. Kupo, who in the seven hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moggle's Guard, to arms! Defend the king, Kupo! I don't know if there's another Final Fantasy game where you fight Moogles. This is the first one I've ever played. Right now, it doesn't matter what order you kill these guys in. It will later. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see. I'll take you. Oh, okay. Other tank has him. I'm gonna pull enmity on this guy. Oh yeah, you want to kill the healer for sure. Looks like somebody's marking them, which is good, because I don't remember what the kill order is for later. Ever dance with a Moogle in the pale moonlight? And once you take care of all the little Moogles, they get tired of getting their asses whooped and decide to call for help. Hail to the Kupo, I mean King! Good King Moggle the 12th has entered the field of battle. Alright, I'm gonna take the king. Or, never mind, I guess he is. Okay, one of us has to. Okay, fine. I guess he's taking the king. But he needs to pull him to the side. Oh, this is falling apart immediately. It's not like it's hard because we're vastly overgeared, but... And yes, those are Moogles singing. I don't know what that was over my head. Alright, all the Moogles are dead. You know, I'm gonna stand in the front with the tank here. He casts Memento Moogle, but the damage is minimal because all of his Moogles are knocked out. And that's that. That's Thorn March. It's such a fantastic little fight. Moogles. They're all running away. They're sad. Their king is gone. Let's see. You get a command. Why not? Loot. Oh, it's a Mog Tome. I mean, we can't use it, but let's at least look at it. It's cute. It's a little pop-up book. And we're going to pass. Some lucky healer or summoner will get it. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moggle Mog the 12th. May his mighty soul rest in peace is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggles' guard when you did. Thank you, Foxy. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil, and you can relay the news to the chieftain. We will do just that. This is also convenient because I have to talk to Raya Senna about Amdapor. But we'll do our story mission first. Pukni Pak. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mogomog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Perfect. Ah, hear about that cursed pile of rocks they call the lost city of Amdapor, I assume. I am Raya Osena, sister to the elder Seed Seer. Brother Isumi Yan hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from Amdapor Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Era. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear that what my brother senses is this very thing, its satedness drained away after so many centuries, if it hungers for another city to slake its thirst on. I'll take it from here, sister. There you are, brother. Why must you dawdle so and leave the tedious explanations to me? Now convey all you felt to this artful adventurer. My sister paints me as a bumbling rustic, but I assure you I am nothing of the sort. I'm simply attuned to something greater. Which brings us to that darkness stirring in Amdapor beyond the barrier. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. And how distrait the elementals are. I've not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this calls for a more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You are our best hope, Foxy. Surely you can find the will to journey to Amdapor. You should find a wood whaler by the name of Alphine keeping vigil at the barrier. Well, I mean, this is kind of what I do. And don't worry about returning here to tell us of your findings. The elementals will doubtless keep us apprised, but enough talk. Good luck, Foxy. Oh yes, and I need to talk to Raya about Good King Mogomog as well. Your bravery in service of the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Foxy. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. We'll do that, but since we're here, we're going to go ahead and unlock Amdapor. Whole bunch of floating sperm. The Seed Seers have sent word of your coming. You are bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. The lost city festers more and more by the day, and they say you're the lance to boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance, its earth aspect sapped by the calamity. You would best be prepared before proceeding further. Rotten wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Ahem. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored of the Seed Seers and all. Fight well. Well, don't get me too excited. Lost City of Amdapor. And you know what? We'll jump right into that. Man, the weatherman said that there would be high mold allergens today, but this is ridiculous, am I right? This is the lost city of Amdapor. It's full of mold. Also has really nice music. Reminds me of something from out of like Final Fantasy IX. Probably because of the mist and all that. Alright, these big mold fuckers over here. They spawn enemies. And tainted mold. Don't you dare think you're going that way, you fuckers. Gotta kill these mold colonies, otherwise they'll keep spawning enemies. Also, I'm pretty sure Hektai was an enemy in 9. I remember seeing it somewhere. Maybe it was 8. Alright, 2 treasure chests. One's a mimic. Get out of there. First boss. The Decaying Gourmand. Basically, point him away from the group, and he won't murder them. It's like saying, oh, what was it, the old Game Informer thing? Uh-oh, he's gonna try and eat someone. Oh yeah, don't sit in the poison. And also, when he eats somebody, kill his mouth. Also, I gotta pull him away from... Never mind. I do need to pull him out of that poison. Wait, are they all range DPS? They are, so I don't even need to worry about that. Shit. Kill the mouth. Oh wait, no, she's melee. Alright, I gotta pull him over here then. Come on. There. Keep him out of the damn puddles. Ow. Easy peasy. Magician's shoes, those are probably kawaii as fuck, but I can't use them because I'm not a magician. Come here, you. That looked like a Vileplume, like the Pokemon Vileplume. There we go. Another group down. That makes the most delicious sound, doesn't it? Oh, that's cute. I'm sure it's deadly, but it's cute. Grab these guys here too. And pull these dragonflies over. Ow. Getting really hurt here. That was definitely worth using a Sheltron. Lovely. Oh, and once again, we have to choose. Oh, look. You have chosen unwisely. Ah, this boss. There's the actual boss. But this is the thing we'll be killing to start with. And these guys need to not stand in front. Alright. Now I just got a debuff called Scale Flakes. And I'm going to want to keep that debuff on me, despite the fact that it increases my damage taken. Now, I want this debuff because anybody with this debuff gets attracted, or attracts the boss, rather. And I'm going to want to pull another one of these to refresh the debuff, get away from the poison. Otherwise, enmity's going to go all over the place. I should have moved, god damn it. Okay, my debuff is reapplied, but it also stacks. So you just have to be careful of that. And I hope that pool goes away, because I... Okay, good. I was going to say, I can't really move him much. Not that it matters, he's dead. Now we go inside. Mimic? No, for a change. Alright, now we have to kill these things. But to do so, we need to kill those mage stones. That way these things become vulnerable. Otherwise, just nuke everything down as usual. Alright. Down one level. And we see a treasure chest. It's not a mimic. What a shock. But we come down here, and we've got 4 mage stones to kill now. I want to make sure I get all the enmity. Ow, I'm stunned. Ow. And all the mage stones are dead. Destroy all the enemies. Now remember what they said about a horrible presence or some shit like that? We're about to meet what that is. Hey, don't go attacking my healer, you prick. If you've looked at the objectives for this duty, you'll already have seen it. But here's an old friend from Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, you 8 fans, you remember Diabolos, right? He's not our buddy in this one. This boss is a bit tricky. And I'll explain as we go. Oh, that's cute. Her name is Alone Lyre. From Final Fantasy VIII. Funny enough. Okay. 2 butterfly doors. That's good. Those will be easy to get. So, when the boss does his ultimate attack, he's going to drain roughly 80% of our HP. Unless, okay, there it is. These 2 doors here. Oh, no, that's not it. Never mind. I'm doing the wrong damn thing. To face me is to face thy deepest, darkest nightmares. It's not ultimate terror. Okay, Ruinous Omen, that's the one. Alright, if I'm quick, I can open both of these. Okay, good. I think I saved us. Yes. Oh, and I missed the doors as I was going through. Shit. I have no idea which doors are right now. Ow, I am frozen. What happened to the other 2? I don't know what happened to the other 2 players, but I sure hope they're still here. Well, I think we may be screwed. He doesn't flat out kill you. But nope, that's not it. Well, I'm gonna just Sheltron. Oh, it's nothing. We're good. I think our friends may be trapped in these doors. I think they were. I forget about that one. Oh shit. Oh good, he just killed the fucking healer. That's great. Well, it's time to go overboard. Get my potions ready. Oh, DPS, I hope you're prepared. Okay. Now we have to really hope and pray that I get the right doors. Somebody always fucks up in this fucking boss. Nope, that's not the right door. Oh, fuck it. Sheltron. Oh, fuck me. All because the healer didn't get out of the fucking bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to be on door duty. Okay, it's these 2. What? Oh, fucking, come on. What? I can't? Are you kidding me? I really can't? During combat? I'm apparently looking at the wrong thing. Fuck it, I'm starting. I'm not even concerned of the fact that they might not be ready. Okay. This one's getting 1. This one's getting 2. And he dropped a fucking gravity ball next to it. That motherfucker. Idiot. Where are you going? Oh my fucking Christ. You were standing right there. Oh, God. I miss my friends from Idiots of Eorzea. But you know what? It's fine, because he's just about dead. God, that was sloppy. I'm so happy to be done. You know, I'm trying to do all of these because it's honestly, it's a good dungeon. It's just people don't know how to fucking do it. I better get all the fucking commends for basically carrying this shit. 2 people? Okay. No, great. Oh well. Let's put that behind us. Let's head back to Gridania and talk to Kane Senna. Oh, Kane Senna, we did the thing. The other guy is dead. Foxy, you were returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. We beat the shit out of some Moogles. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupapo, they said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. That's true, all the wood whalers wear masks. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Foxy. Already the information you provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Ascians shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Yep, more walking. You know, it's a little bit disappointing that Diabolos doesn't wind up being a trial or something, like a primal. Though I guess it makes sense for him being a void scent. Minfilia. We're back. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Foxy. I received word from Ida and Papalima that you had felled good King Malgomog XII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said. Summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Foxy. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Foxy. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given to the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it's best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of the primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurance that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Sure, we'll talk. To good old Urianger. He's over here in the storage/break room, I guess you could call it. Oh yeah, let me fix my stuff. Urianger, buddy, what's going on? Thou art ever welcome, Foxy, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Foxy. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... what's going on? Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar! 'Twill forfend the antecedent. Foxy, you must... Uh-oh. Tell me, Louis-Soix, would you have done the same? Louis-Soix Leveilleur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Hello. An Ascian here! How readily you see. You are indeed gifted antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who... You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he's still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You... what are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? Tataru can't see him. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you like. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Rianjay, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Foxy. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay, if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. Alright, so we have a mysterious new Ascian in play now. He seems largely unhostile unless provoked. Alright, let's go and find this guy. Where could he have gone? Oh, well, there's... He's right there. I am told that you are the Warrior of Light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Okay. Oh god, what happened to my mount? Chocobo. You are being judged. Really now, I've killed literal gods. You think some imps are gonna put me down? Oh yeah, did my Chocobo level up? Not yet. Ah, we've got more. It's a gargoyle. That was nothing. More. 2 gargoyles. Now that one's dead. You know, I don't remember coming in here very often. I'm sure glad those frogs can't come after me. Oh, there he is, you bastard. Oh, Ascians. I mean, if what we know about them is true, then these guys aren't actually being killed. La Brea apparently survived. And Ascians just take new bodies when they die. Alright, buddy. Let's chat. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Brea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I only acted in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Brea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother's favors you still, that much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God. and we shall meet again. Well, he's gone. And, you know, I'm not too torn up about it. Elidibus is a right bastard. Well, Minfilia, we couldn't really catch him, not the way you'd want us to. Thank the gods you've returned, Foxy. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall be again. Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seemed I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. That's nothing new, to be honest. Let us set aside this matter of this Ascian until after we've completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. I think if Urianger is anything, it's careful. The guy scarcely makes a move without purpose. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Here. The legacy of Minfilia's father, who perished in the parade incident of 1562, when a Gubu broke free of its magical fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah, contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals, as well as other information which has yet to be deciphered. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Foxy, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the Seventh Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Totaro will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Ah, luxury, a true luxury. Let's go to Revenant's Toll. Here we are. Tataru. Welcome, Foxy, welcome. This is your first time here, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're going to like our new home. Well, what are you waiting for? Go in and have a look. The Rising Stones. Well, it certainly is fancier than the Waking Sands. Who are you, Colton it? I did not realize the Scions had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Urianger was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. We're already getting new members. Y'shtola! As you can see, our Charlayan allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. 'Twould be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. Thancred! As ravishing as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake she would... Gods, Foxy, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards are an easily startled lot. He was looking at Flahamine. Oh, Thancred. Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here with me. There's a few other people back here, including someone unfamiliar. Let's talk to these two first. I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No, muntui sauce. No, victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are, completely independent and unquestionably neutral, or at least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, Ida begs to differ. And you are Hoary Boulder. The horror. The horror. Oh God, what is your problem? Well, I guess he's not going to tell me. Oh well, he can be content to wallow in whatever the fuck his problem is. Alphino, hi. Is it not wonderful, Foxy? Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now let us enjoy the respite. Here we go. The new solar. It's definitely nicer. It even has a fireplace. Very nice. No voice acting? My God. Well, it's certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Foxy. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond. How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they most certainly would have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge of both. Oh no. Contact the regions in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre, or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Foxy. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero. Your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you'll be informed. Kryl, where are you? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the Seventh Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will. So too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Spoopy. Well, let's keep going. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce I had begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. The Brass Blades, charged with investigating the thefts, believes that someone within the concern is selling crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the Blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Yeah, we really don't need another primal. How many of them have we dealt with already? Alright, to Horizon then. Ah, here's Y'shtola. Ah, Foxy, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go further into detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufalupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. We've talked to Fufalupa before, haven't we? I mean, he's the stupid name Lalafell, one of many. Foxy, what a pleasure to see you again. Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... But never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. Alas, my colleagues had no mounts with which to give chase. However, our scouts have reported seeing a cart in the same description bound for eastern Thanalan. These could be our thieves, don't you think? We must inform Y'shtola at once. Why would you hold on to that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a bunny maid. It is a bunny maid, and she's adorable. Anyway, why would you hold on to that knowledge until I came around, Fufalupa, you dumbass? A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. Thancred is already afield with a unit of brass blades. I shall instruct him to take up a position to the east of the Beastman's encampment. Pray join him there. Off we go to Camp Drybone. Thancred, my friend. Ah, Foxy, for once it is you who is fashionably late. We seized the errant carriage and its excitable coachman not long ago. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest... sadly not. The coachman had no hands in the crystal thefts, and judging by my survey of their encampment, neither did the Amalja. But let's discuss this in Y'shtola's presence, shall we? I'll see you back in Horizon. Really? I came all the way out here for that? Angry. Alright, we're here. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof. Maybe they're giving the crystals to somebody else.
Now then.
Good voice acting.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Thancred. Is she hot? Oh, hello.
across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled? We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Well, Thancred, did Urianger say she's hot? Fucking. Of course, he'd call himself a bard earlier, and then he'd act like this. He's a D&D bard. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we might yet find something of use nestled away within it. I don't know, he's a Lalafell. And what of the brass blades of the rose? Can you say for certain that none were involved? To be honest, I cannot. I've done my utmost to purge the corruption from our ranks ever since Captain Baldwin was brought to justice. My thanks again, Foxy. But of those who remain, well, let's just say that there are many whose wants exceed their wealth. I fear the presence of a traitor would go some way to explain how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley. A fine spot to rest, would you not agree, Foxy? Alas, the role of the Mikote miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. So we're setting a trap. And it looks like Y'shtola's gonna play the miner. Why is Fufalupa so stupid cute? Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Alright, let's go trap some thieves and probably murder them. Ah, here we are. Very good. Uh-oh. Who the hell are these guys? Who even knows? All I know is they're pathetic. Ah, but there's more of them. I ain't died in this god's-forsaken hellhole. Ah, but you are. Ah, Y'shtola. Well, don't you just look adorable in your mining outfit? Stubborn to the last as expected. You are unharmed? A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Well, back to Horizon we go. Okay, Foofaloopa, here's what happened. They're all dead. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I am afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf, Leminzenborn, and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yes? She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Yep, there it is. No, we love you, Thancred. We're an MMO protagonist. We don't really know how to show it. The antecedent bid me to tell you. Yeah. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous Brass Blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Ah, you thought we were done in Vesper Bay, did you? Oh, Alphino, what do you want? What are you dragging me all the way out here for? You are late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes, in Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale and, more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs of the Empire. Such information could prove useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Foxy. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Jeez, Alphino. No chill. Hi, Genlins. Bye, Genlins. Here we go. They really like their stairs over here. Not as much as the Ishgardians do. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphonor Leveilleur, at your service, a friend. Which, I believe, makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. To the quicksand, then. It has been a long time since we've been back here. This is where our journey began, after all. Alphino.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
So, we have some mysterious new friends who have yet to phase in. There we go. If I may, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Momodi. She and I have a bit of a history. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Foxy? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see, but just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of food stuff and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Ha ha! Go and call on Friduri and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them these letters. That should set them straight. Fuck yeah. Feeding some refugees. Making new friends. Catherine, you have a much better name than your companion over there. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions. No. Fuck you. You know you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Oh, they're not like the fucking Alamegans, okay? Wow, that's racist as fuck. It's fake racist, but still. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. I mean, I agree and don't. You should try your hardest to work, but some people just get fucked by life. I mean, just look at the fucking Alamegans. They, you know, if we're talking in terms of this game, the Alamegans lost their homeland. You know, when your enemy has guns and robots, it's kind of hard to fight all the time. Though we did it. After a calamity, no less. Anyway. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I sure will. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Momodi's great. She's not a bad Lalafell like the others. Fucking potatoes. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us at the Royal Promenade. We have to go and deal with some rich people. And I'm sure the monetarists are keeping a close eye. They probably knew we were coming before we did. Well, aren't we a motley bunch? And who's this guy? I wish to greet our guests beforehand and offer my support for their cause. Doman Uldan, it matters not to me. Birthplace does not equate to birthright in mine eyes. I take great pride in my establishments for this very reason. The Platinum Mirage, in particular, serves as a showcase for the talents of countless men and women born beyond our borders. Well, that's actually very kind. A pleasure, Lieutenant Games. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Aha, so he saw dollar signs when those people walked up.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Oh, look who it is. Remember Lord Lolorito? Remember he tried to have some people killed?
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
I mean, he had tried to have a miner killed for trying to get a leg up, so I'd say he's pretty ruthless.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Ah, yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Ooh, tough crowd.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitors have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Ooh, dye. Too bad we can't preview it. Let's see. Purple, yellow, brown. We'll go with purple. Well, it looks like the Domans aren't going to be staying here. Maybe Relban has an idea. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable in seeing the value of people. Bah! I'll waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Well, the rest of the Syndicate seems unwilling to act, but Relban seems like he may have some idea. Or at the very least, he wants to shit-talk some more. I'd be okay with either, really. Ah, here he is. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa Lominsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship, Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. We know of such a place, Alphino. Minfilia. That is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Ugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Ugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Foxy. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Well, at least some people around here are willing to take actions. So, we're gonna meet up with Alphino. Oh my god, look at this guy back here. He looks like fucking Mike Tyson ready to box. Anyway, we're gonna go meet up with Alphino at the quicksand in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Foxy Games, and you guys take care. Bye.